Hello. This is a brand new avatar. I started working on it just 4 days ago or 3 days ago. I've been working on it for 4 days. Uh, there's a lot left to do. The lighting's obviously all screwed up. Um, the texturing is very, 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 very initial. Actually, I think the lighting might be in this world. This was the weird thing. Because, like... Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try a different world. Let's do the testing chamber. Let's see. Where is... Try testing chamber, Friends Plus. Hello! I have a new avatar. It's a work in progress, but I've only been working on it for 4 days. There's a lot of weight painting that needs to be fixed, of course, as always. But, haha! Yeah, it's pretty great, huh? Completely from scratch in just a few days. So, I'm super happy about that. And it's got lots of fun facial gestures. Come on, why my index controller, please? Index controllers, please do the thing. Ah, whatever. Let's see, why... come on. There's a... I can't get it to do the victory gesture with the victory... There we go. Oops. Yeah. So, I was doing it briefly there. So, yeah. The way this avatar is set up, it's using flipbook animations for the mouth and eyes, for that matter. Some of the eyes are morph shapes, basically. It's kind of like doing the South Park style cutout thing, so you can see, like, behind the eyes, it's like, you know, it's black on purpose. Actually, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so that's working correctly. So there are a lot of isemes for this. I could probably have done with a few less than that, but that's okay. I've already got the horn popping working. I need to tweak that a bit. It's not quite there. The fizz bones need adjusting, and also I don't have the sound yet, but that's okay. So yeah, I had a lot of fun rigging this one. So I gave it noodle arms. It was an experiment. It worked pretty well. Yeah, super happy with this. This is also the first time I've sort of successfully gotten clothing on an avatar. Obviously it still needs some work, but yeah. Let's see what else. I also don't have any customizations yet, except I can toggle the skirt and shirt off. I also still need to texture it, of course. There's a wonky thing with, you can see the shirt poking through a little bit. So the way that the shirt and skirt toggles work is with a blend shape, because I didn't want to increase my mesh count. So that gets super fussy, because you have to watch out for, like, because the even if you shrink it down, like, the vertices are still attached to bones, and so they'll, like, swing wildly. So it takes a little bit of doing to get it so that the so that things don't still, like, peek through. This has been a learning process, but I've learned a lot while doing this. I might just go back and make the clothing separate meshes. If I do that, it means I won't have good performance rank. I'll be medium, but, you know, that's still better than poor, you know. Now, a really cool thing with the eyes. Look at the eyes and how they're always drawn on top of the hair. Yeah, isn't that cool? There's also, like, occasional like potential glitches because of how some of the things get stashed inside. Because like I also have it so that the eyes will never clip into the muzzle, and that's using the same trick. But but then like the way that the different flipbook animation thingies are stored inside, like that means that sometimes they can peek through the top of the muzzle. But I think, and I also muzzle will still go on top of the eyes when it's down low enough. I might just remove the clipping window from the top of the muzzle because that might not actually be necessary. I think that the blend like see like there you could see a little glimpse of some of the other blend shapes for the eyes peeking through, because they're stored in the middle of the head. So I think it would be okay to just make sure that the eyes just don't clip into the muzzle directly. Yeah, let's see. But I've got a lot of texturing work to do. But I'm really impressed with how much I got done in just a few days on this. So happy. And yeah, if you thumbs up with both hands, you get heart-shaped eyes. I thought that was cute anyway. Yeah, this is so cool. Let's see, I guess the mesh weighting. So I decided to do something all Animal Crossing style. So I'm basically an Animal Crossing villager. Oh, and the eyes are 2D. Almost forgot to mention, like they're just they're 2D, but then the pupils project onto them on a flat surface. So, and using a shader trick, they also don't clip outside of the eye. Same shader trick as the hair, or the opposite shader trick. So it's both using stencils. So what I do is, so I render the opaque stuff, then I render the eyes, and then the eyes set a stencil value, and I just chose 163, or I forget what I chose. I chose some arbitrary number that was unlikely to be used by another shader. And then on the next pass, then I draw. So this uses 4 render passes, or 4 draw calls, I should say, not render passes, but 4 draw calls. So there's a draw call for the opaque stuff. There's a draw call for the see-through stuff, meaning the eyes. Then there's a draw call for the hair, where it masks out the parts with the eyes. Then there's a draw call for the pupils, where it only draws where the eyes are. Yeah. What else? Let's see. Yeah, I need to do all the texturing of the visemes. I need to add on toggles. I've got it set up so I can do first-person snooter, although I haven't enabled that yet. Yeah, I think I might just change the clothing to separate meshes, because that's added draw calls. It would drop a performance rank, but that's fine, I guess. Oh, only 17,000 polygons for the whole thing, or 17,000 triangles. I mean, it's like that's that's pretty low poly, right? That means I can. Let's see. I guess that's not quite enough for good rank, or I think that might end up as poor on Quest. But low poly count also means decimating for Quest is pretty straightforward and not likely to cause problems. Okay, so the shader masking stuff won't work on Quest, but the 2D projection will, because it's using transform tricks. So basically, the pupils are on a sphere between like it's like they're on a mostly, like, the pupils are projected to a sphere. Then the sphere is squished down onto the surface of the eyes. So they're actually sort of rendering out in space, but not really. So, but anyway, that will work on Quest. It doesn't require constraints, so it'll work on Quest. Super happy about that. Let's see. But yeah, so like I've got blend shapes to change the size of the horns. The shirt, you can change the neck to be scooped. I need to figure out a better way of overriding the... because of how flipbook animations work, I can't have both visemes and facial expressions at the same time. So what I'm thinking of doing is making it so that the visemes will always override all of the blend shapes for expressions, which is kind of a pain to do. It's doable in VRC Fury, but it's kind of a pain. So I haven't done that yet. But yeah, there's a lot left to do on this, but it's okay. Now I can be an Animal Crossing villager. It's awesome. Let's see what else. Oh, I haven't actually tested the... So I'm just using Poyomi's Toon Shade ramp right now. Let's see how it looks in pitch black. That looks fine. Let's see. I'm assuming that real-time lights probably won't work all that well with it. But let's see. Oh, actually, how about that? Real-time lights work. Cool. Oh, you can see some texture seams. That's just because I haven't done my usual... Nope. Not quite visible on the camera, but in the mirror it's visible. There's like a little seam under on the sides of the... Well, just every panel, basically. Every UV seam... Oop. Every UV seam still has a little tiny seam on the texture, and that's just because I haven't done the in painting to cover over things. Also this time around I put everything on a single texture sheet, texture atlas. So that makes it so that I do not need to do a lot of fiddly stuff in order to use armor paint with this. So I can actually use armor paint finally. Also, let's see, I guess that probably makes it easier with substance as well, which is nice. What else? I am rambling. This is kind of unstructured here. But this looks so good. It looks so good. I love the noodle arms. Doing that was fun to do. Basically, I emulated Bezier splines by being really tricky with the mesh weights. It's not perfect. Like the arm twists a little funny. There's things I can do to mitigate it, but I mean it's it's limited. Like it's not actually manipulating control points on a spline, so there's gonna be limitations no matter what. Let's see. And of course, I've got all the Fizzbones. I just copied the Fizzbone setup from my regular avatar. It's easy. Oh, and also the skirt. The skirt is new. And I mean, the old avatar didn't have skirt, or my main avatar. This isn't my main avatar. My other avatars will still be my main one. But yeah, so the problem is, like, skirts, like cloth simulation is really hard to do, and you can't do it with just simple bones. So, legs can clip through. I was trying a little bit of stuff with, like, weight painting the skirt so that, like leg motions would sort of move things around, but that really interfered with the blend shape thing. That's another reason why maybe I should just have the blend shapes. I should use separate meshes. Like, it's a little silly that I care so much about having good performance rank when no one else does. But it's like sort of a point of pride for me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm so excited and can't believe I did like this whole model from scratch, the whole avatar setup from scratch in just 4 days of work, and I wasn't even working all day long on them. So, yeah. I might actually be getting pretty good at Blender, huh? How about that? Yeah, Okay, anyway, I think that's it for now. Yeah. See you later. Oh yeah, really quick, one other thing. I modeled this completely freehand in Blender without like doing a reference sketch or anything. So that's cool. Like I just modeled, like I improvised as I went. Yeah. And yeah, I just thought I'd share that too. Yeah. Yeah. Good times.